So, we will set up... I don't think this is a good mine planet. We'll just use this for barracks. Alright, I guess Pores Vita and New Alderaan are the best things to take now. Probably Pores Vita. So we'll start building up that fleet. They're only going to be away from Togoria for a few seconds, actually. So we can probably just send them in like this. Because once that's done, I can move the land units over and then move away. Oh, there's nothing even there. So that can go. And before they invade us, just go back. Alright, that works. Is there an Empire Reborn faction or faction that gets Empire Reborn troops in the mod? No, the Empire Reborn was pretty tiny. They wouldn't really control much territory. Or any territory, proportionally.
Construction complete.
Can you make the mission event to capture the Rage's Kiss like the Katana fleet? No, that would require like actual story scripting, and it would you can't do it all through Lua. It would require other aspects that have to be done through the actual story scripting, so we can't do that for Zsinj. And I think before we take Pores Vita, we'll take the transitory mist there.
Construction complete.
And that's another thing where it's kind of difficult to script a mission like that, because with the Thrawn campaign, the Katana mission, you know you're going to be fighting the New Republic for that stuff. So we can put whatever we want on that map and it'd fit, because if it's not controlled by you, it has to be controlled by them. Whereas with the Hunt for Zsinj, if you're trying to script a mission like that, there are potentially 3 other factions that can control the planet at that point. So it gets a bit weirder and starts making less sense if you try to overscript it.
Location confirmed. Advancing. Confirmed.
I don't know if we want to just jump in the ships right now, but I think... No, there's Golan stations here, so they're just going to fall back.
Full speed.
We'll just go straight in there. They're just going to send fighters out, so... Oh, there's a Corvette.
Right away. Moving out.
Yeah, here we go. So you can go in here. You can go in here. I guess since they don't really have much, we can just throw in everything at once. Another IPV. If it wasn't for the fact that they have no ships here, I'd just use the, I'd probably use 1 less allegiance, but since we're just trying to take down the Golans, the allegiance is fine. Will there be a left side outer rim hyperspace route linking the New Republic space near Endor to Wildship space? It'll depend on the map. If there's maps where that makes sense, we might end up connecting it through there, but as it stands in the mod, I don't think there's really much between them. And also, part of the reason why we don't connect the New Republic very early to the Empire of the Hand is because the New Republic, like in Era 1, is already super disadvantaged, so the Endor area sort of acts like they're one place where they're kind of safe, and if we were to put the Empire of the Hand with access to them there, they would just get completely wrecked in the 2.1 setups, which is sort of why we didn't. Is it possible to make the Razor's Kiss become the second death if it dies? Technically, yeah, but the thing with second death is the ship itself wasn't really a ship. It was just really the shell. So there's not a lot it can do.
Building under construction.
Like, it was just used to trick someone into thinking it was something it wasn't. From what I remember, it didn't have actual, like, combat capabilities. It was just the shell of the ship, and that's not really useful for anything in the game. Oh, I'm just going to cheat. So Bakati Sin should actually only spawn in by an event in the early era stuff, but while I was testing him, I made him purchasable, and since I haven't disabled that yet, I'm just going to use it. I'm going to take the hero. Why not? Is it possible for Greater Maldrood to capture Razor's Kiss? No. We're just sticking that to only Zsinj. Could you make a system similar to faction splits where random Warlord planets form if your faction leader dies for the Warlords? No, we're just going to stick to factions that actually existed. If you try to break up the Warlords into smaller Warlords, like we're sticking to the main Imperials and stuff that they had actually taken over, splitting off. If we try to break it down too much like that, you get into weird situations a bit too much, where the game probably won't act properly. So we're not going to make all of Zsinj's stuff change into something else just because Zsinj is dead. It's just like stuff where he controlled the corporate sector, and now the corporate sector split off from him, but his empire is still there. Because otherwise, like, you have to actually, to switch control of the planets, you're actually destroying everything there and spawning more stuff in, which kind of ruins the continuity in the game. Like, it sort of makes sense. Like, it makes more sense for Greater Maldrood to spawn in, for example, and take over some stuff after Palpatine dies, but if you're trying to do, like, if Pterodok dies, then the planets switch to someone else, then you're respawning in their entire faction, and that can get kind of wonky. I don't know if we can actually take Port's Vida yet. I don't want to do it. Where did I build that? Advanced Vehicle Factory. Was it here? No. Here? No. Here? Yes. We'll get an AT-AT, a LAT, ATAA, and another one. Screw it. But how are we going to split these fleets up? Okay, we're going to send one of you, one of you, one of you, one of you over here. You have a bunch of ISDs, but I want to give you one of these guys. And then we'll take the space over New Alderaan. So Zsinj actually took over Mon Calamari and New Alderaan. I just want to see if the Imperial Remnant have lost any planets yet. No, so they just got their planets and then they sort of stuck with them. They haven't lost anything, but they haven't gained much either. Their military hasn't been going up too much because they only have the 4 to begin with. I'm assuming Zsinj probably took the corporate sector back. Just gonna look. Yeah, Ession control changed from corporate sector authority to Zsinj's empire. And Bonneton. Eddie 4. Okay, so Zsinj has actually reconquered the corporate sector authority. But that's resources that he was not using to conquer us, so I'm happy.
Construction complete.
Right, you could make it someone gets scared of seeing an SSD when it isn't one. That doesn't, like, the AI wouldn't care, and the player, if they saw that it was second death, would know. So it's not really, like, there's not really anything that does for anyone. Have you added any new planet maps? No, we're not doing any new planetary maps. The base game ones are fine, and we have more than we actually need. Like, the basic game ones are going to be better than the ones we can make. So we're not going to do any more of those. They actually take more time than anything else in the mod, and they are the things that people will see least proportionally. So all that, like, I would have to make them as well, and I would rather spend my time improving the models, improving the actual gameplay mechanics, than making a map. Like, I'm perfectly fine with you reusing the same map on 2 planets rather than having its own unique map, especially one that's time that, like, it can take 40 plus hours for a decent land map, and like, even the best community made ones have never really been as good as the base game maps, so We have an AT-AT, so I think we're going to try to take Port Vita. If Zsinj dies and I'm the Zsinj faction, do I lose planets and heroes? Yeah, if you lose Zsinj, you lose the corporate sector authority. You have to take it back. You don't lose any heroes, though. Which planet? Like, I'm leaving the space empty here from column X because I can defend the land portion of it, but I don't have the extra pop cap to make a space fleet to defend. So I don't intend to put anything in space over column X until we have a bit more to work with.
Receiving orders.
Pentastar escort carriers are really rebalanced combat-wise. Well, they're good against fighters, so they're a decent corvette. They're actually going to the Errata Authority, though. Their main role will be anti-fighter. Do random fleets still jump in and make some fights a three-way fight? Yeah, so that's still something that's going to happen. The raid fleets haven't changed at all. I'm just not sure if they even are capable of working with the factions that can't use story scripting. So,
Choose your reinforcements.
On my way, sir. Order acknowledged.
At
Right
maximum
away.
unit capacity.
I copy.
unfortunately, we can't capture that yet. Oh, Antimerides has nothing? There's not really... Like, I'm going to build mines there, but... There's no way for anyone to get there in space, so I don't really defend it.
Let's move out.
Like, if they can't get to somewhere in space or on land, I'm not going to defend... I'm not going to leave any troops there, so...
Landing zone. Choose your reinforcements.
Advancing. On my way. Moving out. Incoming! Acknowledged. Reporting. Let's go. Lancet standing by. Yes, Commander.
Don't tow cable me.
Aerial artillery reporting. Ready.
Where are our stormtroopers? Come over here.
Keep going. AT-AT.
Stay... Hey, no, you're doing that thing I said...
AT-AT destroyed.
You... Oh my god. I told him to stop walking.
Yes, Commander.
What an asshole.
Choose your reinforcements.
That's just depressing.
Advancing.
That is incredibly sad. Oh well.
Ready for orders.
Wait till everything's out. Yeah, there doesn't need to be anything there. I'm just gonna build mines there.
Engines activated. Ready to receive orders. Comlink active. Attacking. Firing.
Come on, no.
Receiving orders.
Oh, that sucks.
Engaging. Come on.
Get the lats out of there.
Moving out. Roger that. Reporting. Avoiding fire. Awaiting orders.
Secure the landing zone.
Engaging enemy. They are in my sight.
Which faction out of the warlords do I find fun to play? Well, I prefer Maldrood to Zsinj, just because of the starting location. Or mostly because of the starting location. But Aridu isn't really in a position to be played yet, so I can't really say whether I prefer them to anyone else yet. Oh, no, don't let...
Affirmative.
This is going to go badly.
Reporting in.
Unit destroyed.
Awaiting orders. Command received. Roger that. Scanning area. On the move. Copy. Right away. I copy. Reporting. Moving out. Roger.
Where is that artillery?
This way.
Here's the spotters. Take it out before it fires more. Yeah, this is going to be harder without bombing runs. You just have infantry left, so I might just retreat.
Awaiting orders. Yes, sir. Coming.
No, they have more? Why'd they have more?
Heading out. Open fire. Acknowledged.
That's all dead.
Unit destroyed.
Setting course.
Proceeding. Unit destroyed. We can't hold out any
See if we can get the lad out.
forces retreat.
Yeah, you can't just fly in without having an actual way to get there. Like in Meridius, I'm just building the mines, and then they can't actually get in from anywhere, so...
Inputting coordinates.
We'll have you.
Unit in
Gonna get some of you as well. I'm not sure what I can split off. Just for the bombing runs.
enemy fleet approaching.
Order confirmed.
Can we defend that? Yeah, we have
Tactical
a Grand Admiral there. Okay, can a Grand Admiral beat this? 25? Yeah, that's a lot of fighters. Space station increase pop cap, right? A little bit, but... Come on. Why you no load?
We've come across enemy units.
We can act. Should actually be fairly easy to beat. It's all fighters. No, it'll be fine. Absolutely no problems. They're not just gonna bomber swarm us. This isn't good. This isn't good. Don't think this is good, because it's not good. They're just gonna send in more. I want to destroy the things that... I don't want to just open up more fighters for them, though. That's the thing. I want to destroy as many fighters as we can before taking out their ships. There we go. Hardest part right now is targeting past the fighters. So why do you get Grand Admiral? What's it? Well, the Picardy Sin was stationed at Endor, or at Kashyyyk, after Endor. He's dead by now. But if you go, one of the things you can do as Maldrood in Era 1 is if you go and get Kashyyyk before a certain amount of time has passed, you get Picardy Sin and some other people. Because they did canonically make a request for Pterodok to come save them, and it's just that Pterodok didn't get there in time. So we're giving Pterodok the option to actually get there in time, in which case they'll join up with him. But there were a lot of Grand Admirals that actually ended up working for people that sort of were outranked by them in some capacity, so it's more like getting allies than necessarily being like part of your empire. But I think we should be okay to take out their stuff now. It's really just the main fighter spam that we need to worry about. But with Picardy's combat bonus, it should be okay. Take that out. And I think after this battle, that'll probably do it for the stream for today. I am starving because I haven't eaten yet. But I will be in the community Discord channel. I'm going to post a link to that in the chat after this is done. It might be in the description, actually, if you see more there. But if you have any more questions or you want to talk to either me or each other, I will be there for at least a little bit. And if you're watching the YouTube version of this, sorry, it's all the YouTube version. If you're watching the archived version of this, there will be a link in the description to the community Discord as well. Assuming this battle ever ends. Because this could just take hours of fighters. Hours and hours of fighter destruction. I guess we need these. Like, the fact that I have Picati Sin right now is cheating, but oh well. The Providence has more guns than it's showing, but it's also a super old ship. Like, it's primarily proton torpedoes, which aren't targetable on it right now. But it's, like, the ship is not top of the line anymore. It has the amount of guns it should proportional to everything else. It's actually got more than it should, because we're technically using, like, a version based on Invisible Hand for the buildable one they have. So it's technically stronger than a regular Providence should be. Corey, will you post it since community game? Probably not. I would, like, I might, but I don't like pushing the streams directly because there's some weird metric stuff that that YouTube does with it, and also there's like with the streams that I don't intend to post, there's usually stuff in it that YouTube might object to if it's kept as a video. But I'll look at it again and see if it's stuff I can or can't post, but I don't want all these fighters here. Go away, fighters. Why do you have so many fighters and carriers? Okay, well, if you guys want to hurry up and get over here anytime this month, that'll be helpful. Why do you need 23 quasars? That's what I want to know. In what world did you think 23 quasars was the way to go? We are increasing the number of ships that have like power to weapons and power to shields, but like that's the exact same ability as all batteries fire from Republic of War. I don't know why they renamed it on some stuff, but I hope they'll just retreat after we kill all the carriers, because I don't want to have to kill all the fighters. I don't think I can even kill all the fighters. Stop it! Stop jumping in more! I'm really just hoping that once the quasars are dead, they stop. They decide to leave. Here comes more bombers. If it gets to the point where it's either where I have to leave to save Picati Sin, I probably will. Because I'd rather keep Picati Sin and have to retake the space over the planet from the 3 ships that are actually left after this battle than lose him and keep the planet. We haven't decided which ships we're giving power to weapons to. Is the Remnant getting Secutors? I don't think they are. I can't remember, but I don't think they are. Okay. We've almost killed all of their actual ships. And it's just fighters. There's only what? Oh, look, there's another Quasar. Hi, other Quasar. Get over here. You get over there. You get over there. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. They're all just cornered. I know you aren't fond of the Lucrehulk, but you decided to keep looking at an updated model along with the Providence. The Providence is getting a new skin. The model doesn't need to be updated. It's just the skin that looks bad. And the Lucrehulk, the only way we're keeping it is if we do a better model. And it would hopefully look better than Raw's. I really don't like the skin style in Raw, to be honest. No, the fish aren't biting back. It's just it's their stupid little other things that are biting back. It's like the parasites. We're eating uncooked fish and getting sick because of it. All because they were so easy to shoot in that barrel. We get the Maw regular fleet. Well, you get when Dala comes back from wherever she was in Era 5, you get like bits of it, but that's why the Empire gets Crusaders in Era 5, but like other than that, it was just made up of regular fleet, regular ships. That's why they get Crusaders, that's why they get Venators and stuff like that. That's why Dala's on Scylla. To the extent that the Maw regular fleet existed at that point. Hey look, another Quasar. Hi Quasar. Maybe if I auto-resolve after the Quasars are dead. It's kind of risky. Alright, do they have anything left? No. Yeah? Yeah? Worth? I think. I think that was worth. Yeah, just an ISD. We lost a freaking shipyard in the province. That's fine. What do Warlords get from the Maw? Nothing.
Construction complete.
They get Dala from the Maw, who kills them.
Unit in production.
One of them.
Tactical battle imminent.
What are you doing? Why are you trying to take your planets back? Okay. Okay, so actually I think that will do it for now. So, thanks for watching everyone. I will be in the Discord channel. What? It's paused. How can you attack me when the game is... Did I not pause it? Oh well. So I guess we're doing one more battle. Are we? Yeah. Okay. This will be the last battle, and then thank you for watching. That's annoying. Oh well. Build more Crimson Commands. I will build more Crimson Commands when we have more PopCap to work with. I'm probably going to need to take like 3 or 4 more planets before that's feasible. I think this is actually one of the new Skydomes. But next time, so these videos will probably be going up on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So next time we will actually end up trying to take out the ground from New Alderaan and Porus Vita. And then maybe working our way through the Apes Consortium. If you're sitting around, that's your problem. I mean, it's my problem, but it's your fault. I heard you have a fighter problem. But I might end up changing the posting schedule for the Maldrood playthrough videos, because after talking with Bane and Gaul, the stuff between the two channels are probably going to be going up on Tuesday and Saturday, and those are longer videos, so I don't know if I want to keep half the Maldrood stuff going up on the same day as them. I might end up doing like Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday for Imperial Civil War, and then having Tuesday and Saturday for other stuff, or like other stuff as well, but we'll figure it out. It'll be up when it's up. There'll be at least 3 episodes a week though, so that's what matters. But, like I was saying, the Discord stuff I will put in the chat as soon as I have a second here. And if you guys have more questions you want to ask about that, or if you just want to chat, I'll be in there for a little bit. But I am going to get something to eat at some point, ideally. Might end up losing Larm. I don't want to lose Larm, but I wasn't paying attention, so oh well. See, at least I can admit it. I'm gonna lose stuff because I wasn't paying attention. Not because it's some part of my master plan to take over the galaxy, because I was not paying attention. Alright, so now as we slowly destroy the remnants of this Star Destroyer, thank you again for watching. It's been fun. We will be back soon with more. I expected to say that much slower. Okay. Now? No? No? Really? Okay, there we go. I can redo this, but I don't want to. Now I'm paused for sure. If anyone attacks me right now, I'll know they're cheating. Eh? Eh? Ah, okay. See you guys.